Hi guys, it's Helen and welcome to Woohoo Wednesday. I am actually streaming into Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and YouTube. So if I'm not quite looking at the camera, I apologise. I've got a couple of screens going on here and my phone could fall over at any minute. So there we go. So good morning, and today is Woohoo Wednesday. If you haven't woken up to me, been with me on a Wednesday morning yet, Woohoo Wednesday, not a hump day, all right? If you think it's a hump day, we need to change things in your life, in your business, whatever. We need to change things. Now, I've got my cup of coffee and, quite a good quote on this one. I never know. I have two mugs. I never know which one I picked. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. I like that one. Given to me. Actually, no, the other one was given to me. This one I bought myself. The other one my friend bought me. So a lot of special memories with this mug. Now, if you've never heard me before, well, I do ramble on like this, but I'm a business mentor. And over the years, I have run successful bricks and mortar businesses, online businesses, retreats. I have a retreat in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. This time in 2 weeks, we'll be halfway through it. Let's hope the sun's out and not rain. And we have a swimming pool and it's just going to be fab. We will be doing some business as well. But I am experienced in all sides of business. And I think sometimes I forget how much I've done and how many years I've been self-employed, which I think is 25 now. I'm a retired osteopath. I ran my own clinic for many years. I also have mentored business owners for probably 8 years now. So lots going on. I'm semi-retired. I'm retired as an osteopath, but I do still do the business mentoring. Oh, forgot to mention I'm also an author, and you've probably seen me shouting long and hard about my new book, Agnes B, Cancer and Me. And my story, and it's going well so far. So if you've got any contacts that want my book, just let me know. So today I'm talking about taking some time off. Now, the reason this came about was because I was on LinkedIn actually, and I saw a post and somebody said I've been working all weekend, and they'd chosen to do it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I had taken the weekend off. And I know in the past, especially when I've been setting up businesses, I haven't taken as much time off as I should. And I think the thing that can happen to a lot of people when you're self-employed is you forget to book your holiday time in. There should be a bonus. Well, there should be many bonuses for being self-employed. And one of them, running your own business, should be you get to take extra holiday than people that work for other people. You should be able to take more, but you have to plan it in. There's no point thinking I need a week off next week. And if your businesses are like mine, you can't just drop everything and run. You need to prepare it. So I always say to people, when you get your January diary, go through the whole year and block out your holidays. Make sure you know when you're working, when you're not working, because a stressed out business owner is not a productive business owner. And I'm going to put a little caveat in that. When you start things up and you're delivering new things, there are occasions where you have to do extra work. I know when I set up my first clinic, actually it was my second clinic, I sold my first clinic, set up my second clinic, which is a bigger clinic. And I had to work, I was probably working 10 or 12 hour days, 6 days a week for a couple of months. Now, it wasn't ideal. It was hard work, but I needed to do it to get the cash flow going through the business. There was a need to do it, but I couldn't sustain that. And if you've got a business that you are running like that now, that you're constantly on 7 days a week doing, sorry, I just like, who's outside? Always think it's a delivery. I think the other day I stopped one of my live teachers to my membership. I was like, is it a delivery? It was just somebody parking their car outside. But no, it's not a delivery. I think it's just my husband walking through the door. But you need to make sure you take time off. And I was definitely guilty of this when I first started. I thought to be a good business owner, I had to work every hour there was. And all that happened was I became a business owner who was tired, grumpy, not as efficient, and felt like I was only the only person in the world working. Does that sort of reflect with any of you? You know, do you feel like that? If you felt you couldn't put your computer down or not think about work over the weekend when you're supposed to be taking some time off, if that's your business allows it, then why couldn't you do that? And I think it's really easy as a business owner to get into this habit of constantly working, because it's really easy to sit down with your laptop. It's really easy to just do a little bit of work. Now, I can be guilty of this. I am guilty of this. But I tend to do jobs when I'm supposed to be off that I can sit in front of the telly and do. So like building a website. I make that sound like I'm really building a very good website. I'm just learning to build my own website. But I can do that with pictures and stuff. I do the creative stuff. I can do accounting, like transferring my invoices, make sure they match up. I can do that in times. But what I do want to do is I do take time off and have family. Now, I'm going to see if I can show you something. I have to do this one at a time. I have today, I've got friends coming around for lunch. Now, I was a bit twitchy this morning. I was like, I've got friends coming around 12:45 for our book club lunch. We couldn't do the Friday, which is when we normally do it. Now, our book, I'm going to tell you because I'm going to show you my table decoration. I like an aside. You want an interesting live, don't you? It's called How to Kill Your Family. I sort of liked it. I thought it was going to be funnier, but I sort of liked it. My friends were horrified when I chose it. They're like, oh my God, Helen, why have you chosen that book? But my table display, I think, is brilliant. So Instagram, I'm going to show you first. Oh, can I turn it around? I'm just going to do, oh yes, I think I can turn it around Instagram. Look, do you like my table display? So this is the book, How to Keep Your Family. So we've obviously got a knife. We've got a bit of arsenic, some duct tape, some rope, a hammer and a spanner. Yeah. Now, if that doesn't tell you a lot about me, I don't know what does. Right. Instagram, you're going to have to sit there for a minute because I'm going to show the others. Are you ready? Do you feel left out? Look at my display. Look, it's good. I like it. It's How to Kill Your Family. So there's a hammer, there's a spanner, there's some poison, there's some matches, there's some duct tape. Now, before you all think I am some lunatic who is about to kill my family, I would never do that. And the book actually is a good read. Who's it by? It's by Bella Mackay or Mackie, but I'm going to say Mackay because I've got somebody I know called Mackay that's spelt that way. But it's good. Spare Eddie. Where is Eddie, Honore? He's not here. I just thought, not doing a table decoration for my friends, which they would do and make it look pretty. I've actually gone the theme of the book. They will not expect anything less. But the point was, back to the point, Helen. Do you know how many times I have to tell myself that to do that in a day? A lot. What you have to do is you have to make sure that you take some time off and build a business that you love and you want. And my business mentor's on. Hello, Honore, nice to see you. It's very early morning where she is. She's probably just got out of bed. She's over in the US. But my world, and thanks to Honore, because she does help me a lot, I'm learning more and more that I want to be more time off than working. Doesn't mean I don't like working. And when I work, I'm really productive now. So this morning I've been up, I've done a couple of posts, I've done some things on Amazon, and not just buying goods, okay? I was looking at my book and doing stuff like that. And now I'm going to take some time off with my friends. Now, tomorrow and probably this afternoon, I'm going to do a bit more work. I've got a couple of things on my to-do list I need to do today, but I'm taking a break now. And I won't look at my work till about 4 or 5 o'clock. And then I'm out again tonight. I've got a girls' night. It's like a whole day of it. But build the life and business that you want and suits you. I knew probably 10 years after owning, 15 years after owning 2 clinics, but 10 years after owning my clinic, that I wanted to retire because I didn't want to be held to so many time restrictions. So patients, when they come in, they are coming in on the half hour, every half hour. In the end, I was only treating about 3 days a week. And then I stopped to do mornings and the afternoons. I tried to put my prices up so that more people go and see the people that work with me. That backfired. I just got more people for the higher price. So if you're ever worried about putting your prices up, it does work. But I soon realized that actually I wanted to retire as an osteopath and do more of the online work. And I like writing. I do blame Honore for that. She is a writer. Please go and Google her name in Amazon. She has many new books right now. And if you want to write a book, she has the gambit of them all. They are all there. How to write your book, how to publish your book, how to market your book. She has them all. Go and search her out. She's got a very lovely name, Honore Corder. If you go and have a look, you will find all her books. And she has many more, even than book writing. Sorry, I'm just giving you she's just my lovely friend and confidant and business mentor. So sometimes you just got to give a shout out for people you just love, haven't you? But it's important to build a business you like. It's important not to feel it's a hump day. If you think it's a hump day, change something. And I am certainly not a Pollyanna. Most of the time I'm like this. And then I'm on the floor going, this is too much. It's never going to work. 10 minutes, half an hour, a good night's sleep. The next day I'm up and I'm off. I said to somebody the other day, I don't believe in having a glass half empty or a glass half full. I have a glass full, overflowing. And occasionally I tip it over and the whole lot comes out. Right? And I'm okay with that because what I do is I go to the tap and I fill it up. And that might mean going for a walk, but it's definitely taking time off, going for a walk, getting outside, talking to my business mentor, talking to my friends, doing something like a book lunch and putting a hammer and a spanner on the table. What can you do to make your life and your business feel great? And I'm going to say to you, the whole reason of me coming on today is take some time off. Take some time off. Schedule your time off. Schedule. How do you say it? I don't know. I'll say schedule today, but I also want to say schedule. I don't know. That's now brought a whole nother thought in my brain. So I'll let that one just go. Maybe I'll write a blog about how do you say it? How do you do it phonetically? Anyway, yes, that is how my brain works. Can you imagine being inside my head? It is like a mass of bubbling enthusiasm. And when I'm in a good mood, it's even worse. Hence today. Anyway, take some time off. Go and book it in. Go and do it now. Go and, but what are you going to do in 2 weekends' time? Where are you going to be? You're going to go for a walk with your friends. You're going to meet up with somebody. Send somebody a letter, a note, a phone call, a text. Do something to create a fun and pleasant life. And then business rolls with that. You cannot have, I do not agree with anybody who goes, oh, my business is perfect, my life isn't so good, but my business is perfect. That's not living a life. And living a life is having a business you love and doing what you want, and you can change that at any time. And I'm proof of that. I am moving through my business world, doing different things all the time. If you'd asked me 10 years ago that I would be an author, I would have laughed at you. If you'd asked me 4 years ago, I would have said, yep, I've written my first book. Now I've written my second book. Who would have known I wrote a second book? And now I want to write a third book. You can change all the time. I reckon I do 10 years on most things. I like doing, not weddings, actually. I'm not going to say that for weddings. I do more years on those. But I do 10-year blocks of what I want to do in business and life. I probably did about 20 years playing volleyball, I have to admit, and that was my knees gave up. But I found other things that I like doing. I like the spin bike. I like walking. I like power walking. I like jogging. I like doing all those things now that I didn't do 10 or 15 years ago. But I like taking time off. And I definitely know that I am random with this live today. But what I want to say to you is build a business and a life you want. You cannot have a great business and a poor life, or a great life and a shitty business, because it has an effect on both of them. Do you think I should get some hand puppets? I certainly do. Anyway, enough from me. I'm obviously in a good mood. I'm going to now try not to kill my friends with the hammers and the spanner. This would so be used in evidence, wouldn't it? Let's hope nothing happens today around my table. Anyway, okay, have a great, great day. Go and take some time off. Don't work too hard. And remember, and this is taught to me by Honore, actually. I think I knew it already, but it is taught to me. Sometimes, well, all the time, actually, not sometimes, when you feel at your most stressed and most frustrated because your to-do list is the longest ever, or that something isn't working, that is the time to shut it all down and go for a walk. Just move away from it. Move away from it. And Honore's going to know where I'm going to say this. Or go and wash your front door. And now I'm going to let you go away and look at Feng Shui and learn why occasionally I'm found washing my front door avidly. Right, you lovely lot. I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first. And this week, Instagram, I hope I'm going to close it down. Last week, I did it, and you were lucky you didn't just see up my nose. I think you saw the ceiling for a while. So goodbye to Instagram. Phew, I've managed to turn it off. Thanks so much for watching. Honore's gone to write. You see, there's dedication, isn't it? Have a great day. I'm going to have a nice lunch. I will be back on live, I suspect, this week. But I'll be posting some stuff. And if you haven't joined my newsletter yet, yes, it is as fun and rambling as my talking. But hey, you've got to be happy in business. And it is called the Happy Business Builders Club. And also, you can get a download of my Bulletproof Your Marketing. I do know about business, and I give you loads of tips about how to bulletproof your marketing, how to enjoy it, how to make it less of a problem, how to structure your time, how to do more in less time. That's all in there, absolutely free. If you go to the blue button on Facebook, on LinkedIn, I'll make sure I put the link in, and on Instagram, if you find me on Instagram, I haven't told them this, but it's in the link in the bio. Right, enough from me. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. And if you'd like to share it for other people, feel free, fill your boots. Speak to you later.